Hey everybody, it's Thomas and Mark. We're going to cast a
Hello.
Chaos game. Chaos versus Skaven. It's going to be great. Clock's moving a little bit faster because, frankly, sitting through the whole game is a little too much. Just a little too much. Both these teams are piloted by people that pretty much know what they're doing, although Jessup's had a little bit of bad luck so far this season, I think.
Do we know what inducements Jessup went with? He was down about 150, I think.
He was down... Oh, he was down 150. I don't think we can tell. It looks like he got an extra reroll. I think he was on like 130, and he has 4 rerolls, and his team only has 3. So it looks like he has 4 rerolls, so I'm guessing he picked one up. There's a blizzard on the pitch, which should make things a little more exciting for Chaos more than anyone else. Cheering fans.
Jessup going with the non-symmetrical setup, trying to overload one side.
Yeah, I mean, I can think he does this a lot, and I think this is kind of a mistake with a team like Rats. With Lizards, it made total sense, but with here, you want to be able to hold people off, whereas he's not really protecting the side at all. He's got he's got his Rat Ogre and Stormrune ready to help clear the Chaos Warriors over on the right here, but I don't think that's going to do a whole lot. Starts with the Rat Ogre Blitz, which is going to become a 1-die block pretty soon. Still manages to get it. Good job, Rat Ogre.
I'll be interested to see if Jessup, with having one of his gun runners killed last week, if he goes with more of a runner approach or still tries to pass with the gun runner and thrower.
I mean, I almost feel like you have to throw with a thrower. You know, get the gutter runner towards the back as a receiver threat. See, here Jessup's really sacrificing. I mean, he's kind of zoned off his thrower, but not really. Okay.
Gets the throw there.
Yep. Has to reroll the catch.
Yeah, he's not in a great spot. He's running out of time, and one Chaos Warrior, or Beastman Blitz puts pressure on the Gutter Runner.
Yeah. Now the good news is that he's kind of safe from the Gutter Runner getting hit, but I think the Rat Ogre is going to get cleared in just a second here. And then the Beastman Beastman 3 agility dodge can be a thing. So we'll see how risky Grey Duck's feeling, but she's got a lot of pieces to move up first. No reason for her not to base all of these linemen, basically.
True. The real concern is overcommitting, but I doubt she's going to do that, considering she played Skaven before, and
Right.
kind of knows the dangers of them switching the field on you.
Right. But when she sent me the replay, she specifically mentioned that she was really tired when she played, so hopefully she doesn't forget it. I don't know. We'll see. There's the Rat Ogre down.
I'd like to say that our game earlier, Thomas, it was like my dice were tired.
Your dice were very tired. Gets the knockdown, which is exactly what we were talking about. He didn't really do a good enough job screening this out. Oh.
That pickup was very bold, but the dodge out was probably a mistake.
I think it was just unnecessary. I mean,
Right.
there's nothing. I mean, if you're going to force the Skaven to roll the dice, you might as well. Although, Jessup is committing away from the ball, which is a bit interesting.
Another Skaven player not playing Skaven like they're Skaven.
No.
And maybe getting away with it, maybe not. We'll see.
Well, he didn't get away with it last game, so we'll see what happens here. Runs the Gutter Runner forward. I think that's a real bad place to put that Gutter Runner. These people are not that screened off. Is he going to go for the throw, too? He's crazy.
Short range. That's not the hardest thing in the world to catch with a perfect launch.
My concern is more that the Gutter Runner being on the edge like that is really in risk of being pushed out. Oh.
Well, positioning is hard. It's going to be hard to get enough pieces around it to force the push from the angle instead of straight on like that.
That's true. That's true. Although, I mean,
He did cover that angle there.
see what happens here. Because he can clear, or Grey Duck can clear Ocelot Atlas. Failed dodge there. Can clear Ocelot Atlas to then blitz the Gutter Runner. So, Gutter Runner is still not very safe. I think Grey Duck needs to make sure she moves most of these pieces in the middle, slightly back there. Move move Bobcat Plinth or Tiger Tuscan back a little bit, just to help cover in case the Gutter Runner breaks out backwards.
Seems to be committing directly on the ball.
I mean,
Well,
I guess...
Bobcats, he's playing the safety role. I mean, if the gutter runner gets free, it's going to score. So
Yeah, that's true. It's pretty good, though. I mean, the ball is kind of walled off, but for agility dodge, we'll see what happens here.
all it takes is one push on Puma, and it's a score. So.
Yep. Oh, there's a KO. That'll help. Honestly, Grey Duck's done a really good job of pinning Jessup down. I mean, by committing to this side, he's protected the ball pretty okay, but he's also really restricted his movement.
Yeah, now he can't even reverse field. He is basically stuck trying to squeak through the slowly closing alleyway towards the sideline.
Oof. Stun there is really going to hurt. Oh.
See what he does here.
Well-behaved rat ogre. Should help a little bit. Oh, that's regrettable. Oh, we were just talking about this. That's all he needs. There we go.
Yep, there it is.
Balderdash gets it in. That extra reroll inducement is paying for itself now.
Yeah, it is helpful.
Rubbish does not stand back up, which is not that good for Jessup, to be honest. Because being at a body disadvantage against a stronger team is definitely going to be a problem. Let's see how he sets up, though.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Jessup did leave a lot of time for Grey Duck to march the slower Beastman team down the field.
Yeah, well, and I mentioned this right at the beginning, but the Blizzard does more negatively impact Grey Duck's team because you've basically with the Blizzard you've basically restricted your movement even further. So the Skaven movement advantage is even higher than it would be normally. So hopefully a changing weather will kick in here, and that'll help out a lot. But that also limits how much time the Chaos team has to get the ball downfield.
I feel like 3 turns should be plenty, or rather 5 turns. Only 3 have gone past.
Yeah, I mean, it should be more than enough time, but we'll see. If Jessup can at all tie up any of these Beastmen.
Ooh.
Ooh, pitch invasion.
Pitch invasion indeed.
And a kickoff field puts it right into Leopard Corinthian's hands.
That is a lot of stuns.
Wow. I wish we could see the fame roll, because that'd be helpful to see here. Looks like Grey Duck had a slight advantage, though. Oh no, she lost 4 pieces, Jessup lost 5 pieces. But I think Grey Duck being on the receiving end and having her people stand up first is going to be a pretty big deal. I'm pretty sure this ball is going to go in no matter what.
That would have, I don't think it would have been as impactful had it not have been a kick out, but being able to give it to a Chaos Warrior right on the line is very fortunate.
Well, and the piece that Chaos Warrior was facing got knocked out by the crowd too, which is also a pretty huge deal. Rat Ogre gets in.
Now, is Pitch Invasion a force stun, or can it break armor harder?
It's a force stun. Oh, Rat Ogre. That's a pretty risky place for the Rat Ogre to be, but Jessup's moving into some port, so it should be okay. I'd probably move Baloney in there to help tie up Tiger Tusken a little bit too. Just prevent any kind of easy 2-die block on the Rat Ogre.
Yeah, as it is now, Bobcat can just move up, and then Tiger can blitz it.
Or yeah, or either one. I mean, it's not ideal. There we go. Okay, so that'll do it. Still, Bobcat can get in there and do a blitz, or well, we'll see.
Good blitz with Leopard too. Ball carrier blitz.
That's true. That's true. A little risky without the block though, and you don't want the ball going down against the Skaven team. Although the Gutter Runner is knocked out and back, so maybe it's okay. That actually might be...
I mean, it's risky, but there we go. There's a Beastman blitz. Both down,
Oh,
not great.
nope. Both down, both down. I think that still favors Grey Duck, because the Rat Ogre going on the dirt, well, no, the Rat Ogre can just stand up and blitz Leopard there.
Well, it depends on how well behaved the animal is.
That's true. Very well behaved. Push, push. See what we get, though.
Wow.
Oh!
Incredible. Gets the down, but the Chaos Warrior scoops the ball up. It was a both down, and it stunned itself.
Oh, that's no good. That's where that 8 armor value on the Rat Ogre kind of sucks. I mean, the Rat Ogre is an amazing piece, but 8 armor value really, really hurts. So ball isn't in an ideal position for Grey Duck by any means, but it's not in a terrible position either. It's going to be secured in just a moment here. And honestly, Tiger Tusken having the ball instead of Leopard Corinthian is probably better. Since Tiger Tusken already has 3 SPP.
Pull back, I like it. Give yourself in a more favorable position.
Yep. Block dice. I don't know if I like moving the Storm Vermin that far out. Yeah, it's probably okay. But leaving the Gutter Runner alone is probably a bigger issue, I think. Because what Jessup should be doing here is moving the Gutter Runner up right now.
Pushing the Chaos Warrior on top of it would be negative. Oh, he gets the hit.
Oh, uses the reroll. And gets a stun. That's pretty good. Either way, Balderdash needs to be headed downstream pretty quickly here. Oh, that's why you don't reroll pushes.
Yep. As much as you're like, oh, I wish I could hit right now.
Yeah, especially when it's like if it's on a ball carrying piece, then sure, whatever. But this is yeah. Here's the problem. Now there's a clear path for Tiger Tusken to go forward, assuming that this isn't terrible. Yep, gets the pushes. That's fine. So Tiger Tusken can kind of just run it along the sideline here, which is a little risky, obviously, but there's no clear blitz at all, especially with the Rat Ogre still being marked by Leopard here. Oh, or not, I guess. I don't know if I like that. Well, she can kind of build more of a sideline cage there. That's okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, there's no risk of being pushed out there, so.
Yeah. Ooh. More stuns.
Jessup's going to be in a hard place to stop this.
Yeah, I would be a little more confident if he didn't have all of his guys in the middle here and the Gutter Runner was more downfield. And the thrower hadn't been stunned as well. There's a lot of ifs here, but...
Yeah, he's getting pretty clumped around.
Well, Great Duck's done a... I mean, I do and don't like Great Duck's positioning. I like it because the ball is very safe, and she'll have more than enough time to get the ball in to tie the game. But at the same time, she has kind of abandoned the middle section a lot, so if Jessup does move up, he can start to bully the Beastman. He can set up actually a pretty solid foul on Lion Ionic. So we'll see here.
It may not be the easiest thing. She's only got 2 turns. One turn would take a go for it while the Blizzard's out, so I don't know if that's the best play.
Yeah. All right.
So Jessup may be able to just stall this out by just putting pieces in the way.
We'll see. He's got to move the Storm Vermin to like kind of where the Goblin Ref is now. He's got to block that hole in the middle. That will do it, though. Well, no, because Grey Duck can still get out that way. So as long as she moves Leopard and Bobcat to support and like screen off the 3 kind of safety pieces here, she should be fine. Okay, like this.
Backside is open to the storm vermin still.
Yep. Although Jaguar can now... Jaguar can kind of close that off a little bit.
He's not helping at all, Thomas.
Yeah, I thought he was... I thought she was going to go for it, but then I remember Blizzard, so probably not. Yeah, I mean the... Well, actually that might be okay, because now I think...
Yep, there we go. Now it's covered.
Yep.
This should be a pretty easy score. Yep. It's a full cage right next to the end zone.
Yep.
A lot of the pieces tied up for the Skaven team.
Yeah. Well, and the pieces that she has free, or that Jessup has free, can't get in to break up the cage at all. So now it's the game of making the best of it. Punch what you can. You know, try to hit Lion Ionic. Maybe blitz with Blarney on links there. Just try to get what you can, basically.
The gutter runner could potentially blitz the corner of that cage with the other two safety pieces.
Yeah, at least mark. That actually would be a bad choice. Although I think even if it is marked, it could get cleared pretty quickly. All right.
It's kind of make them roll dice. You know, always make them roll dice.
Yeah, don't let it be free. So what she... Yeah, I was going to say, she can still clear that pretty easily, but what Jessup's doing here I kind of like is getting pieces in the way. I think I would have put them more directly facing the pieces, like towards, in between the end zone and their current position. I'd move the gutter runner up into the end zone.
Yeah, you have to cover the middle gap there now.
Well, so if the gutter runner goes into the middle there, then it forces a lot of blocks to be thrown, which is better for Jessup. Okay, it didn't move Balderdash at all. Might be wanting to protect the piece long term, but now the problem is, yeah, that can happen.
What's all that other positioning then? Yeah, why bother move the other pieces into place if you're not going to cover that?
Right. Whereas, so if Jessup had put them directly in front of them, in between the end zone and their current position, then it probably would have been okay because you still are cutting off that middle and you're forcing more dice to be rolled. But there, it didn't happen at all.
I think if you did that, it would only take in 1 2-die push to open it up, so not the end of the world.
Right. I mean, I don't know. Jessup could have played that a little bit better than he did. Let's see here. Further body disadvantage here as Puma Pedestal comes back, but Rubbish does not. So Jessup's in the same position he was going into that last drive.
Oof, not good kick luck. I don't know where he's. Distance 6, so he kicked it closer to the outside.
Well, let's see what he does with this blitz here. Honestly, feels like he should just blitz the middle with the Rat Ogre, but with the ball landing off field, the blitz exploit doesn't matter as much. That's pretty good, though. Wild Animal failure. That's kind of why I thought Jessup would blitz with the Rat Ogre, because you can get bullshit in the middle there, like hit the Loner maybe, or hit Puma Pedestal. Get the Rat Ogre right in the middle of that. That cuts out the middle for those Beastmen and restricts them from where they can go, thanks to Tail and all that fun stuff.
Do you like giving the ball to Bobcat over Leopard, or sorry, Jaguar, the 5 SPP Chaos Warrior?
Well, I do and I don't. I think giving it to the Chaos Warrior is the safer play. I mean, I even would have given it to Leopard, probably, just in case Leopard rolled the MVP. I mean, assuming that Great can get a touchdown, it's a guaranteed level up on Bobcat, which is good. But the Chaos Warriors are kind of the most important part, so I kind of feel like giving the ball to like you said, to Jaguar would have been safer. But Jaguar also can then commit to defending against this nonsense on the left here, so...
Maybe a bit foreshadowing here, just based on what I'm thinking. It seems like the Rat Ogre might single-handedly tear apart this cage. He just looks primed to do it. Oh, we got a casualty here. Badly hurt.
Ooh.
Just a beast man, right?
Yep, but that is really good for Jessup. Helps even it up.
Baloney gets some SPP.
Yep. Just never bad. Ooh, the 3-die blocks. It's not a lot.
Yeah, not great. Triple pushed. That's the only thing worse than that is triple red skull.
Yeah. I guess the big argument for giving Bobcat the SPP, assuming that Grey Deck can manage to get the ball down, would be that you can get a blitzing block piece then. And block horns is a pretty good combination, and it's something that this cast team is going to want as soon as possible, now that especially that she has extra arms, which honestly hasn't been a factor at all this game because Jessup keeps kicking off field.
There's one way to negate that skill, I guess, if you wanted to. Maybe not the best thing.
Right.
It's a way to spite do it.
Alright, reforming the cage more in the middle here. I don't know if I like this. I feel like just going up the side would have been safer.
This may be a product of trying to milk the clock too a little bit and just kind of letting yourself fall into more of a hitting game instead of a track meet game, which the Skaven team's probably going to win.
Yeah, but you could still slowly advance down, you know, the right-hand side here where she was. Whereas in the middle now the Rat Ogre can more easily get there. Whereas before, if she continued down on the right, Rat Ogre would have been screened off. So I don't know how I feel about that.
Would it though? It seems like it would have been able to get at the cage either way.
Well, I mean, she had two pieces in the way that should have been able to stop it. I don't know. It's also easy to second guess it here, but I mean, it's not bad to move towards the middle either. Join up with
no, I don't mind the play.
No, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. So the question is here is how long will bullshit stay in this cage? Gutter runner hit. I think Jessup isn't appreciating the gutter runner or not utilizing the gutter runner scoring threat potential here. I feel like Balderdash should be in the backfield, or at least 3 squares across the line for sure.
Right. Always a threat to score. Make him mark it with usually 2 pieces because one's not enough to stop a gutter runner.
Right.
Is that setting up for a step maybe on that lineman?
I don't know why you would. It's a loner too. There's just no advantage really.
Just setting up kind of more of a screen back on that side of the field.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Kind of a pseudo cage here. Fencing off the Rat Ogre, pretty good though. So this is where, again, I mean, I'm not sure that... Oh, wild animal. Not on a blitz, though. That's what you guys expected. I'm not sure if Grey Deck needs to commit an entire cage to this now. Like, maybe you can send Bobcat on his way with Puma as support. Oh! Alright. Reroll. Gets the knockdown. Oh!
Wow! That is some loner there.
Yeah, that is a good time to use the Apothecary.
Quite the merc there.
Wow.
Fights through the loner roll on the reroll, gets a hit, and then kills.
Man, if Nibble Nibbler gets the MVP, that is a lineman worth hiring.
Propensity for big plays. You gotta like that.
Yeah, I approve. 3 agility dodge into a 1-die block. So this is where I really wish Balderdash was further down the field. Well, that's... yeah.
There's that. Dodging right into 2 dudes and get the old clothesline, drops you to the floor.
Yeah, because I mean, I feel like the ball could be more... like, especially because with Blarney there, it would be easy to clear Puma Pedestal off the ball, get the thrower or even the gutter runner, to get the thrower on top of the ball, and then you could pass to an awaiting gutter runner. Whole lot of pushing. Although into more pain, so we'll see what we get here. Gets a stun.
There's a stun.
Extra arms. Didn't do
Backs
anything,
off.
but... It's a little too close to this. Oh, is she going for a sideline cage? Is that what this is here? Yeah, it's going to be a sideline cage, maybe. Because that's... Well, no, he'd have to go for it. Oh, just does a dodge. There we go. That's a pretty good sideline cage against the Skaven team at this point.
Yeah, those Chaos Warriors are tough to move.
Yeah.
Especially with the Rat Ogre on the ground.
Yeah, and way, way over there. Using horns to do the damage. Let's see where she moves Cheetah here. Back to cover Croc. I think that's a good call.
He's got -1 MA, so I don't even think he could really have been much of a factor anyways.
I think it... Well, I mean...
Mark Tuscan, that's about it.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about... I mean, we've been talking about how Balderdash can be a scoring threat. I mean, technically Croc could be a scoring threat as well. So, putting a piece there at least helps screen that off. And helps stop any kind of, like, cage removal threat. Push, push. And the knockdown. Nothing exciting, though. I like this positioning that Jessup's doing here. Although I don't know. I kind of wish he had another piece covering the sideline. Because right now, I mean, technically Chaos could still run forward without really having to stop.
And the one issue with caging with those warriors is that they do not keep up well with the beast spin.
Right. Okay.
The behind pieces just they get lost.
This kind of works out okay though, because Tiger can clear Croc here, and then Jaguar can reform the sideline cage if Greg decides to commit to that. I don't know if she needs to at this point, although she is technically down pieces at this stage. Alright, sticking with the sideline cage.
Only moves forward 5. I guess that's the other way to make sure they don't fall behind.
Right. With the Blizzard, too, I think that's what you have to do if you're going to stick with the sideline cage. Okay. I was going to say, I don't really like that, though, because now there are more pieces that can help crack this open, but with moving Puma up there, it gets a lot harder. Although Puma can be easily cleared, it stops... well, maybe it doesn't really stop much of anything. We'll see. Although with the loner there, it's more screened off, so we'll see what happens here. It's one of those frustrating things where now you can't run Ocelot Atlas too far forward. And honestly, if it wasn't a Blizzard, I would go for the touchdown.
Oh, certainly. Although with a reroll, it's not, you know, it's not the worst thing in the world to go for it.
That's
if you
true.
got a reroll ready. It's just one more of the options.
I think the safer thing to do would be to blitz Balderdash with Leopard. And then that's more screened off. You can move up Tiger Tuscan and all that stuff. Ooh. Rerolls and gets the Wild Animal success. That's a Surf Chaos Warrior, though.
It sure is. All over that ball.
Well. That's a go for it as well. Man, that Rat Ogre did the thing.
Thomas, if this was me, I would try to score as soon as possible. I would risk it, just take the reroll, try the dodge.
Well, so the
Maybe
problem...
not with the gunner runner there now.
Yeah.
That's the one change.
Yeah, I was going to say, the issue is now that Jessup can screen it off really easily. And with a prehensile tail, it's a 4+ to do the dodge. So
Oh, right. I always forget about that. It has hurt me in the past.
This isn't too bad for Greyduck still, though. Because of all the force that can be brought to bear. So
Leopard Blitz wouldn't be too bad back on the Rat Ogre.
I wonder if she goes for dodge out with Cheetah or Jaguar. Or that works. You know,
not the result you're looking for.
well, I think what Greyduck should have done is move Leopard back and then do that blitz, because then the rat ogre gets shoved out. Wild animal is not going to be rerolled that time, though.
Nope, loner eats a reroll.
So this is actually... I don't know. This is kind of scary for both of them.
To me, it's just kind of Ocelot blitzes the gutter runner and goes to town.
I don't know if you want to risk that even. I think Leopard is the better blitz. No, maybe not, though. Ooh, alright, well that push makes it a little more complicated. And the thrower hits now.
A lot of push there.
Yeah, not what Jessup wanted. We'll see. I mean, the 4-strength blitz is going to be a huge deal, and this, you know, this gutter runner isn't big enough.
Before, if it was the Beastman as well, though, because of horns.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The 4-strength blitz is a huge factor here. I think
follow up that.
I think that's okay, but yeah, that's where you want to move to. Now the question is, does she go for the GFI or not?
I think you have to. There it is.
There we go. Survives the blizzard.
No one stands up.
Yep, that's not good for Jessup. 2-1. I mean, it's theoretically possible for Jessup to do this, but it's going to be hard.
One of the reasons I don't ever play Skaven is so I don't have to learn how to try to score in these situations.
Yeah.
I'm just happy knowing with any other team that I just can't do it, and I'm okay with that.
It's a bit of a relief. He's got 2 turns, though, so it's possible for Balderdash to get through. If Hui can get the ball and do the miracle pass, it's possible.
Kickoff event here is very important.
Yep.
I don't know that you can leave the gutter runner in the back there. Okay, never mind. He's setting up.
Yeah.
I thought he had already set up. I was like, no, it's a terrible choice. But I'm just an unobservant boob.
I don't know if I like this positioning from Jessup, though. This committal to the one side again.
I think you just got to set yourself up to be able to blitz either of those Chaos Warriors or towards the middle of the field. And
right.
then get a gutter runner through there.
Yeah, I agree, but I don't think sacrificing the middle is worth it. Quick snap, though, that is actually kind of a big deal. I would have moved Neeble Nibbler up first, actually, but where's the ball going? We can't see that fun thing. I'm guessing
Distance
back that way.
2, so yeah.
So if she kicked to the middle, yeah, it'd be right around there. Okay. But even, see, why did Balderdash move backwards? This is a huge mistake, because there's almost no way for Balderdash to get through here. I feel like this is the critical error that Jessup's making right now.
He's not putting himself in a chance to tie the game,
right?
Essentially.
Farm the SPP, though, which Hui is actually pretty close to getting level 2, which is really important for the kind of throwing game that Jessup's trying to play.
It is nice to get that without having to try to score touchdowns with Hui.
Yeah. But see, he could do all that stuff, but have Balderdash closer to the front and have a chance of scoring. Because now he's got to do GFIs to make it in. Like, he has to do GFIs now to have a chance to GFI to make it. Oh, or there is the handoff to this Blarney. Okay. The Rat Ogre needs to move closer to Leopard. And if that happens, then there's a clear path for Blarney. Although, I mean, I guess Neeble Nibbler can move up as well. But people got to move things. Like, Blarney needs to move up right now.
He's run out of time.
Alright, he's got to go right now.
He's going for blocks. He's going to run out of time. Oh, he timed out without moving him. Oh, that's sad time.
That's going to cost him, because no one can make it in now. It's a combination of things there. Like
the blitz chance was very good on Grey Duck's side to try to hit the Blarney, but yeah, like I said, we've said a couple of times that turn, just not putting himself to have a chance to score.
Yeah, I feel like if the Rat Ogre had moved, it would have been a little bit easier. If the Rat Ogre had moved closer to Leopard, then it would have been an easier path for Blarney to make it through.
Yeah, technically it could have moved. It could have marked Leopard and Cheetah, right?
Yeah. Which would have been huge. Well, so that's it for the game, basically. I mean, Great Duck's going to win this one. I really feel like, oh, last-minute injury, -1 AV. Uses the turn 16 Apothecary. Probably a good choice there. I feel like a lot of this has been Jessup not quite utilizing the Gutter Runner appropriately. It's pretty scary because you only have one, but you still have to use that Gutter Runner appropriately, and I think he played a little too scared with it.
I would agree with that. I mean, without it, your team isn't a great team. So it's... And insult to injury, you're both down in the last block of the game.
Yeah.
At least he didn't hurt himself.
Yeah. Let's see who got the MVPs here. Chaos Warrior got the MVP. That's a really good deal. And the thrower hits level 2 by Hui getting the MVP as well, so that's good news. Really great game for Grey Duck, though. Although I think, let's see here, Jessup walks away with 6, 10, 15 SPP. Actually got more SPP out of that game than Grey Duck did. So I think net is not a bad deal for Jessup. We can't see how much money he won, but we'll talk about that when I do the recap.
Yeah, I think it was a pretty close game, pretty evenly matched. How did this fare against your prediction for the week?
It went against it. I thought Skaven could pull it off. Which, honestly, I mean, Jessup was pretty close to pulling it off several times. I think some misplaced reroll usage, and again, like we talked about, not really applying the Gutter Runner as a scoring threat limited what he could do. You know, I talk about first team bias being a big thing for our league, but I feel like because Jessup's so used to having the Saurus power be able to take care of problems for him, he's not really quite in the mindset yet of, my team is all weak babies now, and I have to deal with that appropriately.
Sure, yes. It can be tough to try to tweak your mindset when you've played a season in a certain way.
Yeah, for sure. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you later.